All right, just got off a call with one of my clients, and he is seeing some really awesome results that I wanted to share with you. I asked him if I could just take the audio clip of our conversation this morning and share that with you, and he was so gracious to say yes. And he's been in my program for about 5 weeks. And he is having normal energy levels during the day. He doesn't need a nap anymore. He's not always exhausted. He had a year of stomach issues prior to working with me. He used to have very severe diarrhea. That has completely gone away. He has reduced brain fog and an ability to focus on conversations and also retain information now. And his existential OCD is completely gone. Now, I want to be clear, this is not common, okay? You know, he definitely has seen really, really fast results, okay? Most people, it's going to take a number of months to get there, but he executed and he is doing the work. And the people that do the work are the people that see the results the fastest for sure. But even if you do the work, your nervous system is going to take some time to reprogram. But I do want to celebrate this and just give you some hope and show you that people are beating these symptoms. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play the clip. And if you're interested in applying to work with me in my RISE program, the same program that he's in, there is a link below. Let's roll the clip, and I hope you have an awesome day. Can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, I can hear you. Good morning.
Hey, good to see you, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. How are you?
I'm doing good. You're really good. I like to hear that.
Yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of improvements since we last
Good.
talked.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that. What are some of those improvements?
The most important one is my energy. I haven't felt like I remember I used to just wherever I was, just like look at the floor and think like, God, I just want to like fall down and fall asleep. Now I don't even get tired. I don't even nap anymore. Um, I can like last night I stayed up till 11 and I woke up at 8 and I felt fine.
Oh my goodness, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's huge.
That's a huge sign that your nervous system is healing because what's happening is you're desensitizing your sensory triggers, right? And the more that you desensitize your sensory triggers, the less of a demand that's being placed on your sympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system is like a gas pedal, right? And let's say that you start out the day and you've only got, let's just say 100% fuel in the tank, even though that's not accurate for what you're going through. But let's say you had 100% gas. Well, you've got one gas pedal that is just energy that you're burning from going to the gym, being with friends and family, walking around, doing your daily tasks. That's draining that gas tank. But whenever you've got a bunch of sensory triggers, which is sensory data that is similar to painful past experiences, your body is going into fight, flight, freeze. Now you've got a second gas pedal that's draining your energy. And what ends up happening is you run out of gas very quickly. And once you run out of gas, that's whenever you get fatigued. All right. So have you ever seen the UFC, right? So at first they're kind of like, they're moving real fast. And then by the second round, it's like,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, if you ever see them drop their arms, they call that being gashed, meaning like they're out of energy and they're about to probably get knocked out or tapped out. And so, as you desensitize your sensory triggers, what's happening is you're essentially taking away that second gas pedal, which means now you're going to have more energy to burn. See, one of the reasons why you needed to nap so much is because that would basically put gas in the tank. But if you're burning less gas, you don't necessarily need to do that. So I
Yeah.
have a lot of days sometimes where I don't need to take a nap. I try to, just because what I do is very energy intensive. But dude, that's amazing. That is awesome.
Yeah, anxiety definitely takes a lot of energy.
It does. It's very taxing on the body and nervous system. You better believe it. Yes.
I also feel like my stomach has gone a lot better. Like there was
Good.
probably a year where I like had diarrhea every single time. And now I've been normal.
Absolutely, man. It's like whenever your body is in fight or flight response, it's prioritizing survival. And so, because of that, digestion is suppressed, and that creates a lot of stomach issues. I remember I used to just sit around and my friends would kind of listen on, and my stomach would make these like loud noises, man. It would be like, I mean, like audibly loud noises, man. And I was like, this is insane. And I would have a lot of diarrhea or just a lot of stomach issues for sure.
Yeah, it's
so
terrible.
as that's another sign that you're getting your body out of this response, man.
Also, my brain fog has gotten better.
Okay.
When I first signed up for those courses on Udemy, I remember watching them and just like not actually listening to a word they said, just watching it and being like, well, maybe like I'll retain some of it just from like staring at the screen. But I really like wasn't able to process anything, and now I'm actually able to pay attention. Um,
So yeah,
Even just
you're
like
talking about like the
conversations with like people around me, like I'm listening to what they're saying now. It doesn't sound like just words flying at me. It's actually like, does that make sense?
yeah. So you're talking about like the cryptocurrency course and the personal
Yeah.
development courses that I told you to get. Okay, yeah. Udemy is awesome, man. There's a lot of great courses on there. So now you're able to actually comprehend what they're saying.
Yeah.
Dude, this is epic, man. I'm so happy for you. And you're starting to be able to get quality of life restored, man. And it's like obviously we want to get you to that 100% mark where you're just like there's no symptoms, fully enjoying your life. But just getting a restoration of being able to function, being able to think, being able to have energy, man, that right there is a huge milestone.
Yeah, I already feel like a different person. Um, yeah.
Dude, that is amazing. And that's because you're back in your social engagement system, man. Whenever you fight, flight, freeze, like it makes you feel like a different person in a bad way. But then when you get out of those responses and you're back in your social engagement system, you finally feel reintegrated into your identity, personality, and who you are, man.
Also, like my existential OCD has, I want to say completely gone away. Um, yeah,
Dude,
like
that's awesome, man.
just yesterday, I was sitting on this porch with my dad, and he was telling me like he was upset 'cause he had a conversation with his dad, and his dad's like, I don't think I'm gonna be here next year. And like they were like, my dad was super upset, and usually like that would have like just like the concept of like death would have freaked me out. I would have had a panic attack, but I didn't feel like nothing tensed up. I just really like didn't care. I was like, well, I mean, it's just a part of life. Like it didn't bother me.